Teenage girls held with illegal gun wrapped in merino. Two teenage girls have been charged with illegal possession of firearm and ammunition, following the seizure of a Smith & Wesson 9mm pistol with a magazine containing 10 9mm rounds on Crawford Street, Mount Salem in St. James. Reports from the Montego Bay Police are that about 4:50 p.m. on Wednesday, October 6, the police team executed a search warrant at the location. The firearm was allegedly found wrapped in a white merino and placed in a transparent bag. Investigations continue. Man shot dead during dispute in Portmore. 44-year-old laborer was gunned down during a dispute with another man in Portmore, St. Catherine on Tuesday. The deceased has been identified as Nicholas Bent of Cressa Lane in Brayton, Portmore. Reports are that about 8 p.m., Bent was walking along Dreamland in Portmore when he got involved in a dispute with another man. During the fuss, the man pulled a gun and fired several shots, hitting Bent. The injured man was taken to the Spanish Town Hospital, where he died while being treated. Police investigations continue into the incident. Family shell-shocked as 5-year-old who was shot, dies. As the dreaded sound of gunfire sent chills down the spine of Carrie Ambersley Salmon, her 12-year-old daughter alerted her to the sound of her younger sister apparently vomiting. But they faced their worst fears when they realized that 5-year-old Deneki Salmon was choking on her own blood. "When I look, I see blood coming out of my baby mouth. Her eye them bulb out," her emotionally torn mother exclaimed. As rival factions traded bullets in the darkness on Riverside Drive in New Haven, St. Andrew, a stray shot claimed the life of Deneki as she lay in bed. She was pronounced dead at hospital after being shot in the head. The tragedy unfolded sometime after 1 a.m. on Thursday. The blood-stained bedlinen served as a painful reminder for Ambersley Salmon that she could have lost her older child as well. With tears welling up, Ambersley Salmon explained that the younger of her two children had been asleep on the bed when the bullet entered their board and zinc dwelling. "It's God make the older one wasn't on the bed with her, or it's the two of them I would have lose one time," she said. "If the sister was beside her, it would have go through her as well." Struggling to contemplate the future, Ambersley Salmon vowed to get justice for the killers of her daughter. Deneki, described as a chip off the old block, wanted to become a scientist, her mother said. She said Deneki was an inquisitive child who tried to fully understand her environment. "She doesn't ask normal question, she want to know everything," Ambersley Salmon said. Superintendent Kirk Ricketts, commander of the St. Andrew South Police Division, lamented that the law enforcers were not immediately contacted when the shootout began. It is reported that the gunman continued the firefight after the child had been hit. "Even though we are not having high levels of murders and shootings, there continue to be reports of explosions and reports of persons continuing to shoot after each other," said Ricketts. A number of suspects were rounded up on Thursday. Ricketts has pledged increased police surveillance in the community. "We intend to find whosoever that remains in the community to take them out. We have already started as of early this morning, and we will ensure that there is a round-the-clock presence going forward," said Ricketts. Fire leaves 23 homeless. 23 persons, including several children, are now homeless after fire of unknown origin destroyed 6 houses at Combs Lane, in Montego Bay, St. James, on Thursday afternoon. Reports are that a resident saw fire coming from one of the houses about 1:35 p.m., and raised an alarm. The fire quickly spread to neighboring houses and residents summoned the fire department. But by the time the firefighters arrived, the 6 houses were already consumed by the blaze. The firefighters had to work quickly to prevent the flames spreading to other houses. Occupants of those houses scampered to save their belongings. After the fire was extinguished, firefighters carried out cooling down operations. A senior officer from the fire department told the Weekend Star that they received a call about 1:45 p.m. of a fire and responded with 4 units, 2 from the Freeport Fire Station, and another 2 from the Iron Shore Fire Station. "We had the fire under control in about 15 minutes, but unfortunately because the houses were constructed mostly out of board, 5 of the houses were gutted by the fire before we arrived on the scene," the officer said, adding that damage is estimated in the region of over $63 million. The officer also said that based on what residents said, none of the houses were insured. One resident, who gave her name as Marcia, said that she and her family have lost everything. "Me and my entire family stranded because we don't even know where we going to stay now," the woman stated. Some of the residents say they are now aiming to approach their government representatives for assistance. Jamaica News Daily, news at your fingertips. Please remember to like, share and subscribe.